Thank you, Samana. There are thousands of Muslims, if not tens of thousands, in America in uniform. They serve our military, Air Force, Navy, Marine, and they are police officers. And they are in the front lines when it comes to fighting COVID as physicians and surgeons and nurses, and of course, in the fire department. But we don't get to hear about Muslims in uniform. And today is one of those exceptional opportunity. Then we will get to talk to someone who is in that situation. With us is Lieutenant Kamil Warait. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Thank you for
Welcome to
having me.
Muslim Network TV.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Lieutenant Kamil Warait is serving at Osbury Park, New Jersey Police Department. And he's also founding president of Muslim American Law Enforcement Association. Well, we came to know you that you received an award for services, your Muslim American Law Enforcement Association. So, congratulations, and tell us
Thank you.
what is it which you did, which I didn't.
So the Muslim Law Enforcement Association, also known as MALIA, received the Law Enforcement Association of the Year award from an organization called Violence and Intervention and Prevention Specialist, which is led by a retired police captain, Donna Roman Hernandez. The award was presented to us because of our extensive charity work in our first year of inception, especially during the coronavirus pandemic. MALIA has been a collaborator between different charity organizations and law enforcement agencies throughout New Jersey. Our goal is to help the less fortunate in a time of need, while also creating opportunities for the public to get to know the police officers and vice versa, and get our community to get to know law enforcement on all different levels of government, such as county, state, even federal, and which is why we invite sheriff's office, prosecutor's office, attorney general's office whenever we have events, because we want our community to get to know these folks and vice versa.
Excellent. Tell me this, Lieutenant. What does your organization do other than providing services? Do you help each other, or do you do some collective bargaining to have prayer place or something like that?
So we're not a collective bargaining unit, which is, that's usually more of a contract agreement, that's not what we do. We're a fraternal organization. MALIA was initiated last summer. We felt there was a significant need for a formal platform for Muslim police officers in New Jersey. I had a vision, and once I decided to act on it, I wasted no time. The events of last year played a significant role in the establishment of MALIA. The pandemic, because it created an enormous opportunity to serve the physical needs of our communities, especially of color. And second, the murder of George Floyd, which created an immediate need to mend our relationship with the public, as well as take a closer look at ourselves as law enforcement and implement reform to better serve the public. MALIA was on the forefronts, taking steps to improve law enforcement profession in order to improve our relationship with those who we've sworn to protect and serve. MALIA has 4 prominent goals, and it's continuously working to achieve them. 1, providing educational programs to Muslim and other communities regarding law enforcement practices and vice versa. We're working hard to dispel misconceptions on both sides. We've held youth information sessions regarding how to interact with the police, stay out of trouble, especially on how to secure a career in law enforcement. Because many of us are immigrant and first-generation cops. Our community simply doesn't have the kind of guidance that one may need to navigate the confusing and sometimes intimidating selection and hiring process. Another goal is engaging in charity work, and we've had numerous charity events throughout the pandemic with great success, and the recent award speaks to it. We also pay close attention and analyze policy changes, as well as monitor legislative advances regarding law enforcement. which we've seen a tsunami of within the last year here in New Jersey. And lastly, we provide a fraternal bond for association members and other law enforcement officers throughout the state. I'm also a resiliency officer for the state of New Jersey Fraternal Order of Police, and serve as a peer support for cops in New Jersey. Taking care of each other is extremely important to us. You are your brother's keeper, as they say. It's a tough time to be a police officer. Yes, we need a lot of reform and accountability in our business. We also need a lot of support from the public to do what we do to protect them as well as ourselves.
Tell us this, how many Muslim are in the police force in New Jersey or say in New York area?
I wouldn't know about New York, and even in Jersey, I don't have a specific name, a number. I could tell it's in hundreds. So, I mean, our organization has 100 sworn law enforcement officers, and but we are all inclusive and interfaith organization. So most of our members are Muslim, but there are members that belong to other faiths, and it was important for us to be all inclusive.
So, Lieutenant, why did you decide to join the police force? When you were young, you always wanted to be police officer. Your parents let you be police officer instead of being a doctor or engineer.
Well, I didn't have that issue. I'll be honest. My parents were very supportive of my career choice. Law enforcement is a noble yet extremely challenging career, especially in today's world. So my initial appeal to the profession may have been more along the lines of the exciting aspect of the job, catching bad guys kind of thing. But over the years, as I've grown in my career and rank, it has developed more into serving the overall needs of the community rather than just focusing on the crime fighting, so to speak.
Hmm. So good parents, may God bless them. So they will be
God bless them.
helping and supportive. Do other Muslims question why in the world did you become a police officer?
No, I think there's a lot of appeal for this profession right now, contrary to what people think. It is a lucrative profession. I will use the word lucrative because it is excellent benefits, excellent salary, and you can do good for yourself and your family. And the biggest of all, that it gives you a chance to give back to your community. It gives you a chance to serve and protect yourself, your family, and others. So there's a lot of good that comes with this job.
But a lot of risks as well. When you serve in that capacity, there is a possibility that you encounter a criminal who may be more quick with his gun.
No, absolutely. That's always there. But me, especially as a Muslim, I mean, I believe when it's your time, you take the precaution, you take all the precaution, you rely on your training. But if something is meant to happen to you, it's going to happen to you, and it's, if that's, so I don't let that hold me back or worry about, I look at the good in this profession. And yes, it's, the profession is about sacrificing and sometimes paying the ultimate sacrifice.
So how long have you been serving?
16 years between New Jersey Department of State Corrections and Asbury Park Police, where I'm in the rank of lieutenant now.
Would you, encourage other young people to think of the police career?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's one of the greatest careers. I wouldn't do anything differently. I am very happy with my decision to pursue this. Like I said, by no means it's not an easy career, and it's not for everybody. However, it's very rewarding, and at least I find it to be very rewarding. And also it has a lot of room to grow and change things for the better. So if you really are a person who takes that self-initiative and truly wants to change things for the better, you will have that opportunity. You will be presented with that window to make a difference.
In the world of Black Lives Matter, when police is constantly being questioned in media and discussed, and of course there are human beings, there are good cops and bad cops and all that. Do you see your job has somewhat become more sensitive and more challenging since the Black Lives Matter movement became stronger?
No, absolutely. I mean, there's a clear narrative out there that wants to paint police in a extremely negative light, and 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 not to say that we do not have areas where we need to improve and make reform, and also not to say that we haven't been wrong. We're human beings and we make mistakes, and sometimes those mistakes are unintentional, and sometimes they are intentional. So that's where the accountability comes into the profession. But it has. I look at it as room to grow. We can make ourselves. We can take a closer look at ourselves and change our profession for the better.
Lieutenant Wright, you have been serving for 16 years, so you have seen the world around you. Have you encountered Islamophobia here and there?
Yes, unfortunately, I have personally experienced discrimination and Islamophobia in my profession. But to me, that is absolutely not a valid reason to stay away from this otherwise immensely rewarding career. In fact, I see that as all the more reason for young people to join law enforcement and try to change the police culture from within. I think that's the best way to change it, is always from within. So
Thank
to
you so
me, I
much,
have a simple.
Kamil Wright. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that I have a simple philosophy, and to me, whatever race or religion you belong to, be proud of it. Be who you are unapologetically. However, respect everyone, including their differences, and don't impose yourself onto others. Conversely, don't be a pushover either, and stand your ground firmly when you're in the right. If you can't fight for your own rights and respect, how can one expect you to fight for others and protect them against any injustice? So being able to stand up for what's right may not always be the popular thing to do, but I believe it is crucial to being a good police officer.
Well, that's a universal truth. Thank you so much, Lieutenant Kamil Wright from Asbury Park, New Jersey, founding president of Muslim American Law Enforcement Association. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much to the Muslim News Network News, allowing me the opportunity to come on and speak regarding Malia. Much appreciated. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Back to you, Samana.